All right, it's that time again for the end of day PulseWave report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports. You cannot trade without them. You need them in your life. All right, we got quite a few charts to go over this evening, so I'm gonna jump right into it. All right, you know I've been busy as a bee, so we're not going to hesitate. All right, no particular order. We got stocks, we got futures, we got forex, and we got cryptos to go over. Let's get into it. All right, so the first one here is the E-mini S&P 500. Yes, indeedy. To feed the needy, we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. That's right, we got a sell alert in the E-mini S&P 500. We're looking for production all the way down to 39.50 handle. Ouch. That's right here where the trend line support is. All the way down to 39.50. So that is what we're looking for. Just like we did back here when we came down and tested that trend line support, only to pop back up. Well, I'm foreseeing that again. All right, will it survive? Three times a charm? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we do have the sell alert in the E-mini S&P 500. You gotta pay attention to these rallies and crash alerts. They are profoundly important. All right. Next up, we got the mighty Bitcoin Futures Composite Index. All right, so as you can see here, we came into today with a crash alert on the Bitcoin, and it gapped down and gave us that downside production. All right, getting really close to the trend line support. It's like we got kind of close here, and it really didn't do it here, but it did back in here. So we've been bouncing off of this trend line support for a minute. I do see the market possibly popping up tonight just to close the gap on these futures, and then so that we should get some type of a kind of a narrow range day possibly tomorrow. And what we're looking for to see if we're going to get a reversal into the close. If that happens, then yeah, we're going to come down here and take out this trend line support, and that would have us flirting with the 50,000 handle. All right. So will we get into that danger zone? Will we see a close below 55,000 yet again? We shall see. Next up, we got DOT. All right. So DOT has been kind of all over the place a little bit here. We had some steep pullback, and that steep pullback has now officially gotten us into correction mode. We are in full correction mode in the DOT. Now, the last time this happened, the market came rip roaring back, and that was back here. Came rip roaring back. All right. We didn't get that downside production follow through, just like back here. Market came rip roaring back, only to take the legs out and then come back up again. So zigzagging all over the place. We're still under the auspices of the crash alert that we got back here. All right. It took 2 days before we got that downside production. And now we got the narrow range inside day today. So we're already at objective, which is the trend line support. That is objective. Secondary objective is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So we're pretty much there. Can the market give us a lot more downside production? Yes, it can, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that anytime soon. All right, I see you there on the ASX. All right, let me hook you up because your markets are opening now. This is your morning time, so let me go ahead and get you squared away there. Let's see. You want to see AZL? All right, let's see what we got here. I don't see AZL. Hold on. Or is that AZI? Let me see. AZI. Yep, AZI. Okay, so it's Alta Zinc. Okay, let me see if that's on the dashboard for you too. Not sure. Let me see. Because if not, I can add that for you quickly. There are at least 2 or 3 new securities on the ASX. I don't know if you realized that when you looked it up tonight. Refresh your dashboard right now and you should see them. Those were the ones from last week that you had asked, and I forgot to do it. So I did it tonight. So it should be on tonight. All right. Okay. So, all right, here we go. Let me see right quick. All right. So we're looking for the ASX. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Computer's just being just a little bit slow because I got a lot of stuff running in the background. Excuse me. All right. And it looks like, okay, it was not on the dashboard. I just added it. All right, so this one will be on the dashboard, the next report. Okay, so AZI, Alta Zinc, kind of in a very elongated sideways pattern, going all the way back. I mean, all the way back, going back to December the 11th of last year. And we've gone absolutely nowhere, basically. Just oscillating between 6 cents and 7 cents. All right, so right now that's what we got. So you're going to have a bunch of signals with no production, really. Let me look at the weekly, see if they can give us anything else. Nah, man. Yeah, you've been just moving sideways for quite a while. You got a little bit of updraft. You've kind of moved from 4 cents to 7 cents. Even got as high as 9 cents. It's not even 9 cents. This is like tenths of a cent. Yeah, this one's not doing much. I see way back here you got up to a penny. Yeah, this one's a really weird one. I guess this is one of those you buy and then you just forget about it kind of thing. So yeah, it doesn't look too appetizing on this one. All right, let's see what else. You say you want to see ROM and SVL. Okay, I know SVL is on there. Let me see if ROM is on there for you. ASX. Okay, this one. Oh, it's RDM. I said ROM. RDM, my bad. RDM. My eyes are a little watery right now. All right, so you want red metal. Okay, let's see. Let's see what red metal talking about. And I'll double check just to make sure. See if it's on the list. And if not, I will add that for you as well. So you may have 2 coming your way. Let's see. Yep, okay. Red metal was not on there. I just added that too. So look out for those on the next report. All right, so here's your red metal. All right, so this one has a crash alert, all right, for tomorrow's trading. Trend line support down here is your initial target. This one has been, well, it was in a corrective state for a while, but you wasn't getting any production, just sideways, you know, to slightly lower trading. Then you broke out of that. Now it's trying to, you know, get something going. You know, the bulls are trying to get control of it, but then the bears came in and sold the rally off. This rally alert here sold it, and you can see how we came down. So this is another one that's moving similar to the last one we just pulled up, almost an identical chart pattern, just about. So yeah, you know, it's slow. I don't know what to tell you on this one. It's not looking like you got too much bang on here. You know what I mean? All right, you got something back here. You know, we got this last rally alert way back when, but again, this was at a nickel, and then you made it up to 17 cents. I mean, that's a little something, but look how long it took you to do that. Months of tying up money, and it's not. This is not really a performing. These last 2 aren't really performing unless they're paying you like a hefty dividend or something. I I don't really see this being too much of a play. It's not really giving you any trends. It's just moving sideways. And look at the momentum readings here at the bottom. Just flatline, just absolute flatline. You know what I mean? I'm not, not bashing. I'm just saying doesn't look that like it really has too much going on. That's just what I'm saying. All right, let's take a look at SVL. We got a lot of miners going on tonight. Let's see here. Silver mines. Let's see. All right, silver mines. Okay, at least this one has a little bit more oomph to it than the last two. All right, a little bit more pattern, a little bit more little micro trends and things like that. So this one's a little bit different. Flip-flopping in the last 2 weeks though. We're in a position now. Bulls have now wrestled control. So we're looking for upside production, but we're right here at the overhead resistance, which is right here at the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So what you want to see is that can it push into the Kumo cloud? If it can, then you're looking at a possible test of the top of the Kumo cloud, which would be my initial target for a push inside the cloud. And that's going to get you closer to that 28 cents, maybe even get lucky and hit 30 cents. So this is just one of those that, it's one to watch. If you're going to try something, now it's the time to try it, see if you can push through here. And I would just stick to the report. You know what I mean? Follow the reports on these, especially the slow movers. You got to follow the report. All right, next up, we got Ethereum. So here's Ethereum. Ethereum has a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. You may get a little bit of wind uplift here. Don't know how much you're going to get, but you got some pretty strong resistance around that 2,500 handle. All right, the euro dollar. So the euro dollar had a nice little move up today. All right, here is your last rally alert back here, and it's been just straight upside production. You're getting a little long in the tooth as you're hitting the bottom of the Kumo cloud. Don't know how much upside we got potential, but definitely something you got to watch. Follow the report. And be mindful if we run out of steam up here along these resistance zones. All right, next up is the British pound. You can see had a nice little up move today as well. And the bulls are still in control of this one since back here with this rally alert. And you didn't get consistent upside. Initially, you got some nice little upside here. You had here, then you pull back, then you had this, but then you had this downturn and then off to the races again. So very interesting the way the market's been moving. All right, next up we got natural gas. As you know, we're getting closer into, getting deeper into the spring, and weather hasn't truly broken yet, but you can see from the rally alert, you have been getting upside production in the nat gas, getting right here at the bottom of the Kumo cloud resistance. So don't know how much more power you got up in it, but for right now, the bulls are in control. Definitely want to start popping your way through that one. All right, let's take a look here at Theta. Here's Theta. All right, so we had this crash alert, and then today was a narrow range inside day. So right now, the bears are still in control of Theta for now. All right, XRP Ripple. I don't know if we did this one or not, but got a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. I think we're going to try to get back up toward the 175, 180 mark. Definitely something to watch there. For you stock heads out there, here's Apple Computer. Rally alert way back here. Nothing but continued upside production from the last buy signal. And right now, the bulls are still in control. You definitely want to start popping your way through this one as well, just in case it starts to run out of steam. Next up, we got Amazon. Not too many people got the kind of pocket to trade this one, but you can see here, the bears have been keeping the rallies at bay. This was your last crash alert. We have not gotten any downside production yet, but the market's kind of been stymied as well. I had a pop-up today creating a bullish pointer to coincide with this bullish pointer here, only to fall and crash into the close. So follow the reports on this one too. All right, next up we got gold futures. So gold is really trying to grow up, but unfortunately the bears won't let it happen. You got a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. I'm thinking we're going to come down here and test or take out this support down here. All right, so definitely keep our eye open on that gold. How about NVIDIA? NVIDIA was a wild one. It has been for quite some time. The last alert buy signal was here, and you got all this upside production. We had people in the trading room happy with themselves. They caught all of this with the pulse waves. But now we got this crash alert. We came into today with a crash alert. We got that downside production. And right now, the trend line support all the way down here, south of $560 is the initial on this one. That's your initial target. All right, QQQ, the NASDAQ 100. This QQQ follows the E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures. And we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Trend line support down here south of $325 is the initial target there. Next up, we got the SPY. Got a crash alert for tomorrow's trading on this one. It is of note that we do have gappage right here. I think this is going to be the initial target, followed by the trend line support south of 400. All right, eyes and ears open on that one. How about these bonds? Bonds have been getting obliterated. All right, this is TLT. You can see we have a crash alert that we came into today with. Did get a little bit of downside production, but we are wide open to the downside as far as profit objective on the TLT. All right, the first thing we're going to watch to see if this support back here gets taken out. There's a strong possibility it might. So look out below on bonds. All right, what about the mighty Tesla, Bitcoin Tesla? Well, here's your crash alert. Here's your downside production. Bottom of the Kumo cloud is the initial target here on this one, followed by a test or takeout of this support, followed by the ultimate, which is the bearish pointer made on February the 5th of this year. Next up, we got BNB. Don't really look at this one a lot, but I wanted to show you what's going on with this one. You got a rally alert now for tonight into tomorrow's trading. It's going to try to test 600. We'll see if it can get up there or not. Definitely one to watch. Follow the report on that one. Another big one in the news is this Dogecoin. Well, the last signal we got was a rally alert back here on April the 8th. And it's been nothing but upside production ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, Doji is on the move. This gap is not a real gap. Okay, this particular chart is the one that any gap you see on this is not real. All right, these gaps are done because on the weekends I don't take into account that data. So this is not really an official gap, just FYI, okay? All right, the next one here is the NASDAQ 100 futures. We have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, south of 13,400, which is right here at this trend line support, right around the 13,300 mark. That is our initial target. Next up, we got crude oil futures. Here's what oil's been doing. So oil has come off of its highs of $67.97 a barrel, kind of flattened out here, then got a little bit of an upward draft at $63.47. So here's how this is panning out. The last alert was a rally alert buy signal here on April the 6th, and we've gotten upside production since, and now it's just kind of levitating up here. So this is definitely one to watch. Are we about to see another run or what? This is a very interesting one to watch right now. Next up, we got the Russell My Hustle futures. Okay, here's the Russell My Hustle. You can see that we had the crash alert here, got that initial downward production, followed by a little bit of a dead cat bounce, and then right back down today, testing trend line support. Bears are still completely in control of this one. I think we're going to test the the top of the Kumo cloud, and that's going to put us around the 2170-ish mark, followed by a secondary target of 2050. Ladies and gentlemen, looking interesting. All right, here is silver futures. Take a look at silver. We got a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. If my memory serves me correctly, I think we only got like 7 or 10 more trading days left on this front month futures contract. So this one will be rolling over, and we'll have to wait to see the effects on that. But it's looking like this one does want to roll over, test and or take out the prior support, and that'll put us deep into 23, maybe even the 22 handle. Ouch. All right, another one to look at here is soybeans, beans in the teens. Like my man Flynn used to say, he'd say beans in the teens. Everybody knows Flynn. If you are a commodities guy, you know I'm talking about. Phil Flynn. He's been the oil analyst. I forget what firm he's with now, but since back I remember when I first listened to Phil Flynn back in the day. He was talking about the grain markets and stuff like that. And believe it or not, that's the first person I heard talk about, live person anyway, talk about, using technical indicators and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's been around for a long time. Phil Flynn, what up? Never met him personally, but he's up there at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. All right. So, and he's always on CNBC a lot too sometimes. All right. So the last thing we had here was a rally alert, and then you had all this upside production. And this has the potential to be a little vicious. So I've been watching this one and taking note. I want to see what happens, but this is one of those where may have to start standing up and taking notice of these soybeans. I may not be able to ignore this much longer. Look at the weekly chart. Had a rally alert back here on August the 14th of 2020. All right, and that was $9.02.5, and it's rallied up to the 14.49 handle since then. I missed this one completely. Look at that. That is amazing upside production. Then you have that little crash alert here. Got that nice downside production there. Then you settle, got a rally alert, and it's been upside production on the weekly since then. Kind of moving in a sideways to slightly higher pattern, not a breakout, trend like you had back here. Just kind of hanging around. So could we be topping out? Possibly. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I just follow the pulse waves. I do what they tell me to do. I try not to second guess or overthink things. That's why I designed the system for. So this is in a bullish pattern. Bulls are in complete control of soybeans right now. Dow Futures has a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. 32,500 is around where that trend line support is setting, and that's what I'm looking for as an initial target on the Dow Futures. Last but not least, here is the Australian dollar. Last signal was a rally alert buy signal on March the 28th, and we've had upside production since then, but it hasn't been consistent. We had initial production, then we had sideways movement, then we had a little blip here, then more sideways movement for a long time, then finally breaks out and gives us that upside production we're looking for. Not a typical pattern, if you know what I mean, but a pattern nonetheless. So right now we've entered now into neutral, believe it or not. All right, this is neutral. Okay, so I don't know if we're going to have more sideways movement, but this is one you got to pop your way through it as well. I went ahead and booked this one today. I booked profits on this one today. And I said, let me stand aside and wait and see what the market does next. But I had to book profits on this one, only because the way it's been moving. Sometimes I don't like the way things move. I'll get out, I'll book my profit, and then what I'll do is I'll go in and I will place more orders if the market, whatever it decides to do. So, Lord willing, I'll do a video on that too, on my process when I'm looking at with the forex. But I've been so busy in the lab, I haven't had time to do hardly anything. It's been a labor to even get these videos out every day, which I haven't been consistently doing because I'm technically still in the lab working on some stuff. Because you guys know how I do. At the end of the day, man, for me, nothing else matters but the pulse waves. I got to get you guys, you know, consistently profitable, making that money. So I'm sure you prefer me make sure that you are able to make money when you put those trades on versus getting the video out. You can do 50 videos a day, but if your people ain't making no money, then you're just wasting your time. You dig what I'm saying? So that's the way I see it. Okay, that's why I prioritize and do what I do. All right, y'all know what it is, man. You know what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna do some videos for the trading room. Okay, where these videos will only be for the trading room. They will only be for my pulse waivers. They will not be put up on social media. It's only for the pulse waivers, where I'll be doing a few process videos. So you'll see the trades I'm putting on every day, my process behind it, my thought process, and then you can, you know, get an idea of how I'm reading the report, because I'm using the same reports you guys are using, but I have a handful of things that I trade personally, which, you know, if you look at Dex's watch list on the dashboard, you'll see the securities that I'm participating in. On there is the cryptos I'm doing, the forex I'm doing, and the futures I'm doing. I'm not doing any equities right now, just futures, stock index futures, Russell, NASDAQ, Dow, things like that. Have not ventured out into any other commodities yet, like soybeans or crude oil. Just kind of been on the sidelines of those watching. I have been going in and out of gold and silver. I do have a long gold futures and a short gold futures working. Nothing triggered as of yet. And I do have nothing on the silver just yet because I saw that it only has a few more days to trade. So I don't want to get caught up in something and then I got to roll over at a loss. So I'm kind of just, you know, chilling on the silver, but I did go ahead and do something active on the gold. All right, you know what it is. Smash that button, man. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I am out. Peace.